Hi, and thanks for coming. We're going to do a little presentation on Campus 101, just get you introduced to the campus a little bit. My name's Ashley. I work with student recruitment here at Memorial. So we'll just go through. If you have any questions, we'll have a little question and answer period at the end. So to start off with, if you haven't already taken a campus tour, we are going to be offering them throughout the day. There's going to be a booth just up over the stairs there. There's a little area with all kinds of stuff going on. So just check that out. Most of them have been trained by us who give the tours regularly. So go there and they'll even show you where your classes are so you don't get too lost. The building. So we're currently in the University Center. It's also called the Smallwood Center. If you go upstairs, there's a bust of Joey Smallwood there as well. This is kind of the hub of campus activity. So I consider it the downtown area of campus, if you were to think of the campus as a community. All kinds of stuff within this building, and we'll go through a little bit now in a second. But some student-friendly areas would be the landing and the loft, both of which are just upstairs, again, at the top of the stairs there. So feel free to check those places out and use them. During exam time, the loft actually has exam oasis. So they'll have like therapy dogs come in, they'll have popcorn there. I've even seen them have Play-Doh and coloring books and just all kinds of things to help distress a little bit. In the University Center, if you've walked through the Skywalk, not only does it get you across one of the major streets in St. John's, but it also serves as our little food area. So you can see here a list of the food choices. Some of these places you can actually load up your student ID and use that to purchase food in those areas, which is kind of cool. I know Treats does that for sure. That's the only one I know off the top of my head. But yeah, it's a great place to go grab a meal or whatever. Like I said, it's a place, a number of other services happen in there. The Breezeway Campus Bar is just down over the stairs on the first floor. You do have to be 19 to use the bar, but they have a lot of stuff going on in there, open mic nights, beer pong, some different things like that. The bookstore is located on this floor that we're on now, the second floor of the University Center. So you want to check that out to get all your books as well as your Memorial swag that you want. So if you want a Memorial sweatshirt or a book bag or whatever, you can go there. Center for Career Development, so if you need help writing a resume, doing an interview, or if you're just not sure where your degree is going to get you, the Center for Career Development is there to help you with all that stuff. The Copy Center, so this is located upstairs in what we call the attic, so it's our little convenience store on campus. So it's like a mini Staples as well as a post office location there. You can pick up bus passes, get keys cut, do all kinds of copying and everything in there. Johnson's Insurance, so if you need any kind of insurance, we do have an insurance place here on campus. The Student Health Center is also upstairs, so we do have full-time doctors as well as nurses up there to help you out with that stuff. We don't have a pharmacy anymore, but there is a pharmacy in town that does deliver to campus. So you'll just want to check with answers on where that is. Travel Cuts, we do have a travel agency here on campus, and they do international student identity cards as well, ISIC cards, so you can get your card there and get some discount on travel. It's really good if you take advantage of our Harlow campus for sure. They do a lot of discounts for Via Rail and that stuff. Answers is your one-stop shop. Pretty much everything you're going to need, or anything that I can't answer for you today, there's the place to go. That's where you get your student IDs done. It's where you can rent lockers, get maps, find out where classes are. Again, pretty much everything, they will have the answer for you. There's some resource centers around, so if you just need some resource materials, all there. The Walk Safe and Drive Safe program, this is a pretty neat program for us. And basically it's exactly what it sounds like. It's a free walk from class to residence or wherever you need to go on campus. If it's late at night, dark, you're not really sure what's going on, you can call these guys and a male and a female volunteer will come meet you and walk you back. Especially useful during the exam time because the library is open late hours, so some people just aren't feeling safe walking back. And the Drive Safe, I think it's 4 nights a week they operate on an hourly basis. Within certain city limits, they'll actually give you a free ride home, which is kind of cool. And then your student union runs just like a student council or a student union would anywhere else. They pretty much take care of everything in this building. Your health plans and all that is a huge result of them. And I believe they have a booth upstairs as well that you can check out. So. Covered answers a little bit already. Like I said, it's a place to go ask any questions. They're called answers because, well, they have all the answers. I know that's a corny joke, but it's kind of true. If you're interested in getting involved in leadership activities at all, and there'll be a presentation on that stuff this afternoon as well, you can certainly check them out and get involved that way for sure. Some student media here on campus. We have the MUS, which is our student newspaper, Memorial News. What the MUS stands for. It's a great place to get all kinds of information. I personally like the crosswords in it and the comics. The comics are usually local artists here on campus as well, which is kind of cool. And then the radio station, I believe it's 93.5 is the, I just have it set on my car, I don't actually know the numbers. But it's pretty good. There's a lot of different music tastes going on there. It's a different show. And if you guys want to get involved in that, you can. Just kind of go find the office and ask them how to get involved. And CHMR actually sells candy in their main office too. So if you do need a sugar fix, you can go check them out. In terms of academic buildings, one thing to keep in mind here is that not all buildings are going to be straightforward. For example, the mathematics building, when you're looking at your schedule, it's going to say Henrietta Harvey or HH. Or the Bruno Center is IIC, because it used to be called the Inco Center. So you just want to double check on your class schedule as well as on a map. The maps can be found on agendas and everything. That'll be handed out upstairs. I see a couple people have them already, so just check them out. And afterwards, if you guys have questions on a specific class, just ask me. I can tell you where it is for sure. Like I said, your classes aren't always going to be in the building of the same name. So if you're doing a science course, if you're doing biology or chemistry, your chemistry class might not be in the chemistry physics building. It could be in the arts building or in the Inco building or different places like that. So it's always important to double check. I suggest walking to class before actually going to class, just to get a feel for where it is. So if you're looking for information on a faculty, if you haven't gone to class already, just search it on the website. It's pretty user-friendly for that stuff. So it's just right there, and you'll be able to give them a call or find their office. The Queen Elizabeth Library, it is 5 floors. We're actually the largest library east of Montreal, which is kind of cool. And not only is it our library you get access to, I think there's actually 6 or 7 that you'll get full access to as students. It is a quiet space. It is a library after all. So you just gotta keep your voice down, especially in the common areas. Study rooms are around for group projects or individual projects. And right in the back of the building, there's the silent area, and they actually play white noise. It's so quiet there, they play white noise. So it's really cool to check out for sure. You can get a lot of their services online as well. So if you're at home and you want to do some research, we have a ton of journal articles and resources online that you can check out. So, and if we don't have a book, we'll try to find it for you. I've had friends get books from just about everywhere because we just didn't have the resources. But that being said, 5 floors, we have over 1 million resources at your fingertips. The Works Fitness Facility. So this is actually one of the best fitness facilities in Newfoundland and Labrador. It does contain the field house and the aqua arena. So there's actually 2 pools, a 200-meter track, a bunch of different fitness classes. I think there's 6 fitness zones that you can go out, some of which are student only. So some alumni as well as faculty can use the fitness areas, but some of them are student specific. So people like me wouldn't be able to go in and use them. You can check out their schedule online. They're really friendly too, so just walk up to the table and ask. It is a mandatory fee that you have to pay. It ends up being $52 a semester, which is really cheap for a gym pass, for sure. So check them out, it's worthwhile. And there's a squash court hidden there in there as well. So. Academic help centers. We have 13 different help centers available on campus. Again, mention it to me after and we can chat about those. These are available to all students enrolled in classes. A lot of times they're actually run by people who have taken the class before and got a really good mark in it. So they're there to help you with your assignments and just provide extra tutoring. Strongly recommend students check this out because it can mean the difference between a C and a B. If it wasn't for these, I wouldn't have made it through some of my courses. The people there are really helpful, and a lot of times when you go to class and get your first syllabus, all the information will be there on where it's located, what time your tutoring sessions would be, I guess. They're open for you. So they're definitely worth checking out. The MUNs, if you guys have wandered the university at all, you might have found yourself in the MUN system. So MUN tunnels. It's a great little skywalk and underground tunnel system, so you don't have to go outside on the really crappy weather days when it's raining or snowing or whatever. You can get to most of the buildings through these tunnels, which is kind of awesome. The hospital and the business building are not connected, but pretty much everything else is. There's maps everywhere, and if you look at the university map, you'll see like gray lines on some of them. So the dotted ones are the above ground, and the solid light gray lines are the underground ones. If you're looking there, I think that's how it works. And then when you're down in the tunnels, you'll find big numbers as well as a map of the tunnels. It works kind of like a tube system would. So there's different colors saying, this line gets you here and this line gets you here. And you're in Newfoundland, so if you get lost, ask somebody. Chances are they'll walk you to where you got to go anyway. But it's a great system to stay dry for sure. Parking on campus is a challenge, especially for first-year students. You have to have at least 48 credit hours before going into the lottery, and even then you're not guaranteed a parking spot. You have to apply, and it's random draw. But there are some metered parking lots floating around, and Metro bus stops right here at the University Center, so you can definitely take advantage of that. I know both the library as well as the attic have maps as well as the passes, so you can check them out as well.